next day, Tiza is still working away within the room, and you see Eugen standing in front of it, looking a little bit worried.
When was Teaser supposed to come out?
I was hoping by this morning.
1 more hour and I'm breaking this thing down.
Exactly. I was just about to go in there and give her a medical examination.
By the way, at this point, I would like, as you're all standing in front of a door, I would like for all of you to roll, let's see. I would like you to roll perception. Nice. Right. So yes, Tiza, as you're working away... Yeah, sorry, I'm going to quickly do this and then I'm going to go back to what you spotted, trust me. This is good. Right. Tiza, as you're working away, the constant feeling of the grasp is coming over you. What have you done to adapt to it? Explain this to me.
Constant feeling of what now?
The constant feeling of the dark side trying to consume you. Right. So essentially, you see Astrid once more walking before you, and it speak. You are keeping it at bay, but you will be here forever if you do that. You can feel that this Astrid figure, perhaps you had it wrong. Astrid is not the one who's the face of the dark side, but more of your inner conflict.
So what are you saying? Embrace the chaos, but try to steer it?
I'm saying become a forge. Take the chaos, form it into a blade. And before you see Astrid drop what appears to be a cloth on the floor, and as it unravels, you see all the pieces of your saber before you. Even the seed.
Is the dark side still trying to, I don't know, overwhelm me?
It's still around you like a torrent. Can
I feel the light side too, or only the dark?
You can feel the light side within you.
Hmm.
And Astrid before you.
Do it.
Take the dark side, form it into a new weapon.
Well, I have no idea whether or not this is going to work, or even what I'm doing, but
Part of every Adam plan.
Essentially, you are going to start constructing your lightsaber.
Yeah, no, like that I know, but the thing I'm narratively attempting to do here. Right, so Caesar is going to...
Okay, so you're going to start crafting your lightsaber.
Yep.
And meanwhile, the rest of you stand outside the door until Eugen's voice... Until Eugen's voice calls out to you, Cora. It's like, Cora, now! And knowing what he meant, Cora, you immediately turn around, sword up ready to swing towards the air as he turns on his own lightsaber, turning back to swing back towards the air as well. And in a flurry, before you all, and blocked by both Cora and Eugen, stand dark-clothed Force users. And across their arms, you see these. 2 lightsaber-like gauntlets, and they're at the ready, staring down at you, silently. Friends of yours? Eugen says as he looks back.
Nope. So is it a good time to mention I get advantage on roaring quickly and shooting people who haven't gone before me?
Well, that's the thing. 1 second. You've got to roll cool now to try and stay cool.
I'm assuming because I got the triumph, they didn't jump us, right?
Well, that's the thing. There are still a lot of them, and I believe you're the only one who got a triumph. Just so you know, there are actually 12 of them dotted around the hall.
That's 12 targets for me to shoot repeatedly with my giant blaster carbine.
Okay, guys, McCree has his ult. We'll be fine.
Do it.
Astrid.
How's the blast carbine giant?
God fucking damn it. I'm rolling strain, or doing the strain thing where I do the thing.
Yeah, don't worry, carry on.
You can spend the advantages
thing we do the thing. Okay.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Sibby, how about that? Can I spend the advantages though?
Yeah, do it.
ahead.
I want to give Cora and Jack blue dice.
Cool. Right. So essentially, as you've opened fire, you just see them start covering for each other, blocking the blaster bolts away. The flurry of bolts slam into all areas.
Kains gets out his force pike and charges in at one of them, shouting, "Farbon Kala!"
Okay, I guess no one's listening to me. Sad face.
He's a melee man. Literally has no range.
Will
Yeah.
Jack at least stand behind me?
For the Republic!
As he charges in as well.
They swipe their saber claw above you, barely missing you as you duck. How do you pull off this attack?
He brings up his force pike to meet their swing and then bashes it in from underneath, under their chin, under one of their...
So essentially, you bring it up as if you're about to go through like their sabers and lose your pike, but you
Yeah.
just slap him in the chin as you go
Yeah.
down. So they stumble back. You see one of their masks are cracked.
Oh wait. Are you 4 brawn now? You're a fucking tank.
Yeah, I
You're
spent
an- You
Spend all my
absolute
XP.
specimen.
Man, those fish ups.
Yeah, that's the thing. As you see Kains go up, you see him knock away one of them like they're flipping a baseball. Just whack! Ah!
But now officially the strongest person on the crew.
Yep. Those fish ups, man, I tell you.
I will fucking fight you!
Check.
Meanwhile, Eugen steps forward and shows the tiny, small lightsaber he has. What was it called again? A Shinto or something?
Shoto.
Johto, that's it. Essentially, he has one of those, and you just see more than half of them look back towards him and go, Jedi, Jedi, Jedi. Get the Jedi. Ordered. Get the Jedi.
Kenobi.
And you can see him like, oh, no Jedi. Oh. And as several of them swarm towards him, at least 7 of them come after him. You see him jump up to the upper rafters of the crypt, readying to take them on. It's okay, I got this. Oh, their reach is longer. The others, however, are going to basically rush towards the frontline fighters, which are Cora and Kains right now. Cora, they are attempting to strike at you.
Before you start rolling, on the ones that are trying to hit the good doctor, I'm gonna use my new ability, which is Sense Advantage. The one trying to hit him, you can add 2 black dice to that roll.
Oh, nice. Alright. So essentially, as they come forward, they thrust the one forwards, you block, but the other, as you block the saber downwards, they keel over. Looks like a perfect opportunity just to take their head off. You bring up to about to do it, then another rolls over the ones you has at mercy back, and then slashes down at you, nicking your shoulders. You barely try to block it.
Son of a... You're gonna pay for that.
Jack.
Wait,
Oh
why-
my god,
why-
he has enough to triumph twice.
And all that,
Jesus
I
Christ.
would. No, I'm just gonna blow his head clean off.
So essentially, as you open fire, you just overwhelm the person with amount of shots. They keep trying to block, but but eventually they just get filled with holes. And as you see them fall to their knees, bloody and broken, both their gauntlets turn off and burst into blue flames, burning the figure to ash.
Just let out a single deflect that, and then blow smoke off the gun as I aim to the next man.
Astrid.
Check.
3.
One blue
Sure.
boy.
I triumphed. I'm
Yes, you
gonna.
did.
Triumph and crit. You have enough because you're gun
Oh,
2
yeah.
crit rating.
Oh yeah,
Join
I
me.
triumphed and critted.
Join me in my powers.
Jesus.
So essentially, you just see another one get blown away with a flurry of blaster shots. All you hear over what seems to be a communications device one of them had. 1 second. All you hear is, it seems like the prototypes are disappointing. Master.
I take 2 and fire again.
Execute order 99.
I turn again. But this time I don't ignore armor.
Yeah, so essentially, as you fire the next one that comes along, you just see 2 of them start blocking with each other. Of course, a few of them get through, but they seem almost robot-like as they ignore the pain as the blast bolts hit them, but they block most of the dangerous ones. Oh, and if you guys want to know whose voice you just heard on the communicator...
Akrel. Yep. Hold it.
Everybody, you're fighting the now... You killed 2. The now 10... what look to be Dark Jedi around. They're falling much easier, even easier than Akrel. But the sheer number of them, and the fact that they seem to be pretty good at deflecting and pushing forward without pain, is kind of freaky. But at this point, you hear this. And from it, you see Teaser stepping forth from the door, the harmonious ring. This is a temporary trait of your Kyber crystal, the Heart of Zeros.
Damn, son, this has got some kick to it.
The temporary trait on this is for every 2 force users within short range, the user gains 1 defense and 1 vicious. Currently, there are 14 force users within range.
What in the
Oh,
shit?
wait. Like any force user, even enemies?
Yep.
Oh, fucking hell.
By the way, it does say temporary trait, so don't get too excited. He's gonna lessen.
I get that.
No, but
Like,
still, he's basically become God for this encounter.
Oh yeah, as you walk out, this indigo-colored lightsaber is sparking with a saved-up force of almost a millennia of power.
like,
That's 7 defense and 7 vicious.
yeah.
You
Okay.
feel
Like
as
this,
if
you shit, bitch.
you feel as if everything is. You can feel every movement around you as force is pouring from your saber.
Teaser, you're okay.
She's better than okay.
By the way, at this point, you just see all the others, the ones up above, look down from Eugen and go, Jedi, musket for Jedi. And they start jumping down apart from 2 that are still up above, which still count towards your rating.
The only proper response I can give is, I'm no Jedi.
You may now take your
Triumphs again. Triumphs
you
again.
may take your action, because currently they around about, I would say 8 of them are charging towards you at once.
Oh.
The closest one is practically right up near you. Like they are.
For attacking, so I'm just gonna slam him in the face with the saber.
I'm gonna save it for one who's distracted by having one of their arms on fire, so yes. Since he was nowhere near the bonus.
Nice. And yes, I crit him. Which right now.
So roll
means
plus 70.
Yes. Massive damage, apparently.
Let's see what you do. So essentially, as you come forwards, he brings down one of his arms and you almost step forwards as if you don't even notice him. Almost bypassing the attack as it comes down, and with a simple swipe upwards, his arm decouples from his limb. You just see it flying off and burning up as his body starts burning up from the left side. Now it has no more gauntlet to control. You just see him burning up, going, and he falls forwards. And the next one charges you once more. Do it!
Back of it. Oh, damn.
I told you I was lending you my
In
credit.
the ass.
That hits even with their block.
Yeah, no kidding. And I guess we're... Actually, can I do something cool with my Triumph? Except for critting. Critting is so...
I
Upgrade
don't know.
difficulty
With
of
a plus sign.
enemy checks. Do something
With
vital
70
such
plus.
as shooting the control of a nearby blast door to seal them shut.
Ooh, this is good. Essentially, all you see, they come forward, 2 of them, slashing either side of you. You simply move below as if you can see. You ever seen like the Rogue One, the Force of Wimmy style? Essentially, you're just walking forward, doing that, making small adjustments as they swipe over you, and you swing your saber, slashing over their stomach. The enemy is now bleeding out.
By the way, since the sushi isn't here yet because of giant spiders, do you mind if I do something narrative real quick?
Yeah, sure.
As one of the arms of those things flies off and probably other bits and pieces, can I grab one of their communicators?
You can grab a communicator, but the gauntlet has burned up in azure flame.
That's some nice toys you send our way. Ooh, there goes its arm flying. But you know all about that, don't you? I'm honestly surprised you want more. Usually after we fuck somebody up, they don't rush to, you know, come and have another dance with us. Cover me impressed. In fact, why don't I give you a hand? And Cora gives him a slow clap over the phone.
He just goes, "Insolent whelp, you are but test subjects."
Yes, I will hit the one that's beating out on the floor.
They're kind of distracted. So essentially, yeah, you did finish him off. You basically raised your pike and just...
Well, just that
boom,
7.
I'm telling you right now, if somebody's aiming for me, I'm dodging.
Okay, so essentially, as the other triumph comes back around, you block above in order to block the 2 sabers. She flips over, but in doing so distracts you for the other saber to come round, dealing 8 damage and hitting one of your legs, crippling your leg. So it just crips the back of your leg, cutting a tendon, and you down on one leg.
Right, since the first attack that I have is gonna have a black dice, this is gonna be a normal one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm basically gonna try to regain some of the ground I've lost due to their overwhelming attacks and try to push them back and reposition.
So essentially you do finish him off, you basically swing. I'm going to give you the option, would you like to essentially cut off his arms or just impale him?
I wanna cut off his arms. In true, shall we say, tradition as it comes to a crow and anything related to him.
So essentially you bring up the blade and slice off the person's arms. As the gauntlets fall to the ground, they burst to blue flames, but the other person who attached to falls backwards, what seems to be a female, and lands on the ground from shock, basically bleeding out, as the other goes, "Sister!" and gets ready to face you again and swing for you.
I'm gonna take 2 strain and double tap him, this time with the linked ability.
You ever seen within some idols when they pass each other, she comes down in a cross-shaped pattern about to cut your head off, but with your last ounce of strength in your one good leg, you push forward, slash right across the center.
Sadly, since I'm on one leg, I'm assuming that rather than coolly zip past him, I literally jumped past him on one leg.
You jump past him and just landed on the ground like poof. You just see the person drop to the ground and burst into blue flames and ash.
I want to quickly look at the person that just collapsed on the ground because he called her sister. I thought we were fighting machines. Can I confirm if that's human?
It's bleeding, human blood.
Oh Jesus.
I mean, Experta, if you want,
talking simply.
I can quickly confirm for you if they're human.
By the way, I am talking to you now that they were basically talking simply like toddlers would be. By the way, as a free action, Eugene shouts down towards you, teaser, and basically says, "Get them all in one place and get ready to move."
All right. Well, I'm going to try to draw them like into an opening or an open space, and like sort of try to corral them into like one location, more or less.
Kains gives his force pike a defensive twirl and then combat rolls over towards Cora, whipping out his medical briefcase and pulling out a Bactus syringe and plunging it into her leg.
No warning, stab.
Ah! My leg! You even hit the wrong one!
Combat medicine. Wash, 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 wash. Right.
The force is strong in this syringe.
As you stand there, all you see is Eugene hold out his hand, and you see, all you feel is the roof start rumbling before he pushes down. Would you like to make a coordination roll at 2 diff since you were ready? No, 1 diff since you were ready for this. You manage to roll away as the roof collapses on the remaining 4, crushing them under the weight. And all you see is a burst of flame appear. But as you do, all you see is Eugene looking up and going, "These things are simple creatures." And I was hoping that would happen. All you see is the one that was fighting him, one of the vast remaining ones, suddenly jump forward and kick him off the rafters. Him falling down and landing hard onto the stonework and across the ground. All you see is the one jump from the rafters. They're at least a medium range away from all of you as the person crosses their arms and ready to strike out. Eugen's lightsaber is off to the corner.
Astrid, throw me.
1 second. Hang on. As he stands there, you see the humming of the lightsaber, and you see him stand up, old and creaking limbs. You can see him look towards walking towards him and towards all of you. Cora panicking. But
Lightsaber throw.
He smiles and nods towards. It's too far away. He nods and smiles towards you, Cora. You ever seen Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Essentially, he's smiling, and you can see him stand up straight as the person goes towards him and readies the blade. He closes his eyes as a blade comes down towards him, ready to cut him in half.
Why is he doing this?
But as it comes down, you see him stomp forwards and thrust his palm upwards, forcing the person's arms apart before he brings his hand forwards, barely tapping his chest with his claws. And all you see is blood splatter out from the being across the hall, reaching at least 10 feet high across the wall. It almost felt as, from Jack, Cora's, and Teaser's perspective, that as if glass was cracking as the Force rumbled with what he just did. You could see him brushing his cloak off and go, "What, did you expect I would die like a complete pansy?" And he starts walking towards you.
God damn it, Neil.
Just unsafe doing things like that. He picks up his small Shoto and puts it away. Well, were they friends of yours?
That the last of them?
Essentially, yes. There is one body remaining. But their gauntlets were cut off. And rest burnt to ashes.
I suppose one could put it that way.
Oh my god.
Eugen's coming over towards you.
Oh, perfect. As soon as he's in range, I wanna slap him on the back of the head.
He gets it. He's like, ow. What are you
don't
doing?
know why, but I'm very angry at you right now.
You're too complaining. Who is this anyway? He says, looking down towards the body.
Good question. We know who sent them, but not who they are.
No clue.
Somebody must have been following us.
Huh. Actually, how long did you leave? Said you left your ship on Malachor? Possible they knew exactly that you were coming for it.
No, they can't attract the ship. I would have noticed.
It's possible they tracked something else. He looks towards the holocron. If they knew what that felt like, they could track it through the Force.
That makes sense.
It's not like the others, like you, Cora, Tizza. You can block such feelings out. You're awash. But that thing? So distinct.
I suppose it would be like a beacon.
They'll be chasing us.
Yeah. Besides, maybe better to destroy it. Well, who's going to take the mask off?
Yeah, but it could be something else. I take it off.
And
It's
as
B2.
as it's slowly being removed, Cora, your eyes glance over to it as well, and shock overcomes you, over Eugen, likely over the entire party, as you look down, and the face looking back at you is so familiar.
Huh?
You swear that face could be your
You
sister.
popped my character sheet?
The figure wearing the mask looks so alike to you. Not exactly like you, but as I said, could be a close sister. It's eerie.
Cora?
What the hell is this?
Roll discipline? Just a sec.
His true face. Yes, I do read the music titles.
And I just lost my lunch.
So you
I'm
turn
gonna-
around and throw up in like the corner or something.
I'm gonna put the mask back on.
Actually, before you do that, Teaser's going to kneel down and sort of drag her fingers over the face. Well, closing the corpse's eyes if they're not already closed, and just feeling it.
It's real, flesh, touchable. Looks human in the Force.
I've heard whispers of cloning, but I've never seen it successfully done on a human before.
But
It's
if she
impossible
was-
this is some sort of long-lost relative.
I'm
There's a-
confused and disturbed.
Kains, there's a more disturbing explanation. What if Korra's... well... parts of Korra were harvested and then used to create these beings? And I don't mean by cloning.
I mean, Sith sorcery.
What do I roll to make an educated guess that this is possibly Rakata technology?
The law at
Hey,
Fordif.
Jack.
You feel like Ricardo may be able to accomplish this? After all, it's not exactly like it's so old in technology-wise that it may be essentially be able to accomplish this, but you don't know specifics.
Right. It's possible that they found some kind of leftover Rakata technology and then adapted its use. Or at least that is the best explanation I can come up with.
That seems likely. This certainly isn't conventional medical science.
The Rakata weren't exactly a conventional race.
He nods.
What about this body? I feel like we should leave it to someone who can perhaps find some answers.
I don't know how I feel about working on this abomination.
Koro finally speaks up. Don't touch
It's a
it.
mockery of life.
What was that, Cora?
Koro finally speaks up. Don't touch it.
I will respect Korra on this, Captain. It's her body after all.
Kora's gonna slowly start returning back after wiping the sweat off her eyebrows and forehead, and she's gonna lean down and pick up the body. She's then quietly gonna start leaving the temple with her limp leg.
Eugen essentially looks on as Cora walks out and then looks to the others and goes, I feel like all the pieces are here, but we're missing something. A way to put them together. He's going to start walking out of the temple.
Okay, I assume we're all walking out of the temple in that case.
Yep. Cora, what are you doing with the body?
I'm trying to find a suitable place and start digging a grave. Since I don't have any
Eugen.
tools, I'm just gonna use my arms. It's mostly sand, right? So it shouldn't be too
Yeah.
hard.
Eugen does ask if you need any help.
No, I'll do this.
I meant lending you a spade.
Well, if he's got something.
He does. He goes off and grabs a spade from his pack and offers it to you.
I'm gonna take it and start shoveling the grave.
He's just going to kneel down where you are. Well, a little bit away from you as you do this. He looks towards you, Jack. I think I'm ready to call in that favor.
Fine.
I will come with you.
Okay. How long do you need to pack? Pretty sure we've got a spare living servitor in there.
Not very long, I assure you. I shall just drop my pets off at somebody I know at the village. And I'll grab a few of my things. And I shall meet you near your ship.
Okay. I'll start making it ready for takeoff.
Don't worry, I will be here with Cora. The rest of you should, go back to the ship.
And Jack gets on the speeder, waits for Astrid to mount up.
I will do so.
Off we fuck.
Kains follows you.
Okay. And Tiz is on the back of Kains as well. At that point, about an hour passes, you're able to bathe body Cora, and Eugen says, you finished?
No. I'm not. Not until I get to Hof and find out what the fuck is going on.
He nods. Don't worry. I have a feeling the others will want to take a break after this as well. Come, let us ride back. I'll do the driving if you want. He's gonna get on and wait for you.
I'm gonna stay for a few more minutes, just stare at the freshly made grave and slowly limp my way back to him and give him the spade.
Mm-hmm. He gets on the bike, waits for you to get on as well.
I do so.
And with that, heads off back towards the ship.
Off we fuck.
Kick.
And with that, I believe our session will come to an end. Many questions have been raised, and many discoveries have been had. All the pieces are in place. You simply have to build the puzzle.
Kicks.
And hopefully next time there'll be more shenanigans, some smuggling, and all like stuff like that away from the dark side of this universe.
Dude, are you seeing this?
Come on, T-Rex! Fuck you, bitch!
Yes, on the buildings, collateral damage.
Fuck collateral damage, I'm an giant ass robot!